Hello. Can you hear and see me? Yeah. Hi. Good evening. Good evening. Okay. Can you please let me know if you can actually hear and see me? Yes, Huawei mate. Christoph, Yawana, Alexander, Algra, Magic, Greg, Agnieszka. We have 22 people. Yes, everything works correctly. Yes, Emma. Hey, good evening. Okay. Lukash, Madeline, maybe. PC, Eva, Gosha, Rafał, Sylvia, Victoria, and some Lena. I can't read some other names. Christoph, yes, Eliza, Arek, and everyone else. Good evening. Okay, so perfect. Great. My name is Marian. Okay, for those who doesn't know me yet, and our topic for today is about drinks and beverages. So this is really another interesting topic for today because as you see, this is a review. I've tackled this already few years ago, okay? And then probably 1 year ago, maybe. And then in English, of course, I know that we're also doing using English when we travel. Yes, not only for business, but also for personal purposes. So when we travel, of course, we go to some restaurants or in a pub or in a club. So it is also better if you are familiar or if you know some vocabularies connected with drink and beverages. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Okay, so I can see we've got 27 attendees now. So again, for those who doesn't know me yet, I am Marian from the tropical country Philippines. Okay, warm climate and always raining. Okay, we're going to learn today more words connected to drinks and beverages, samples, and then we're going to have a little bit of practice before we end. Okay, so with our topic for today, drinks and beverages, can you tell me any connected words that you can think of? Anything, phrase or words that is connected with drinks and beverages. Thank you, Greg. Juice. Yeah. So when you go to, it's not also when you travel or when you actually, let's say, go somewhere in a pub or in a restaurant. We can also use these vocabularies for today when you go to someone else's house, when you're invited, or maybe you invited some friends. Of course, we offer people drinks, isn't it? When we when when we invite or when you're invited, we offer people drinks. And when you're in a bar, you definitely need to order a drink. Yeah? So, drinks or beverages, yes, they are liquids, yeah, we know that in matter, solid, liquid, gas. They are liquid intended for human consumption. Yeah, name it: cocktails, juice, vodka, punch, alcohol, simply water, for instance. There are many different words in English to describe a specific drink. Yeah. So in this lesson for today, webinar, we're going to actually learn some English vocabularies to describe. Okay, this is to describe the drinks that we consume. All right. Okay, so as you can see here, there are really like a lot of different beverages. So in your case, if I may ask you, mm, what drinks or beverages you actually consume most of the time? Anyone? Yes. Water for Alan. Yeah, you're right, of course. Every single day, water. Tea. Oh, really, Magic? Beer, cup of tea, wine. Yeah, that's right. In the Philippines, this um how do oh coconut juice. All right, coconut juice, fresh from its own shell, for instance. Oh, we can have that, yeah. And then milkshakes. We all can also have some milkshakes and many different citrus fruits turned into some nice cold beverages. Yeah, tea with lemon tea and coffee, apple juice, orange juice. Okay. What about, let's say, for instance, alcohol, margarita, piña colada, tequila, yeah, coconut water. Yes, yes, Alan. All right, good. All right, then. So, again, today's lesson, we're going to talk about different English vocabularies to describe the drinks we consume. Yeah, bubble tea, slushy, of course. Shake. Yes, that's correct, Emma. Slushy with letter U, not with letter A. Sparkled water. Thank you, Alex or Olek, maybe. Very nice. So let's move on. Okay. Drinks and beverages. The first vocabulary on our list, we say watered down. Watered down. Okay. It's not literal water down. Okay. So it means, okay, of course, a watered down drink. It's because it has been made weaker with water and has lost its taste. Yeah. Yes, bubble tea, it's like it has some sort of tea anyway, but with bubbles, maybe. No, not really. We have some kind of a drink here. I'm not sure if it is the same as bubble tea that Emma is actually talking about, but normally we've got here similar to some sort of a sparkling liquid. All right, that it can make some bubbles on it, and it tastes sweet. It comes with different color, and it doesn't mean that because it is tea over there that it is just tea. It can be with many other different flavors, actually. Yeah. Yes, magic coffee. Coffee addict. Yes. All right. Okay. Now, yeah. So when it comes to watered down drinks, it's not just all the time that we're talking about, let's say, for instance, some alcohol. It can be with many other different types of drinks. For instance, even soda. Maybe you put some, maybe you put some ice on it, and then perhaps the ice already melt, okay, because it's been a few minutes now and you haven't consumed it yet, so that's why the taste's already watered down. Now, another bubble tea, Anna, I remember we've got, not sure, again, Emma, correct me if I'm wrong, if it is the same bubble tea as what you're talking about. We've got here different kinds of tea with different flavors. Okay. And then we've got like some kind of balls on it, different kinds of balls. Usually it comes with color black or brown. It is very soft and chewy. Yeah, very soft and chewy, and it is sweet sometimes that you can drink along. You can actually chew and eat along with your milk tea, and it's usually cold. Yeah. So those are some bubble tea. Yeah. It comes with some, how do I call this? Let me say tapioca balls. You can check it out. Yeah. A bubble tea is also some kind of a tea with milk, usually cold, served with tapioca balls. Yeah. You can check that out. Okay, moving on. Mm-hmm. Yes, with juice flavors, correct. Oh, it's so lovely. Really. It's so lovely for the taste. There are many different tastes. Okay. Anyway, going next to our vocabulary. Mm, maybe before we move on, since I already gave you this example for today, watered down. This is one smart word that we can actually use to describe a drink, for instance, when it has lost its taste. Can you think of any other vocabulary maybe before we move on? Connected to like our topic for today. Yeah. Drinks and beverages, watered down. Yeah. When you are describing, okay, the type of drink that you consume, next on the list, corked. Corked. Yeah, as you can see here, corked. I know in Europe you have many different kinds of wine. Yeah, that comes along with a cork, like a little wood on top. So it is unpleasant tasting wine is called corked. When the cork in the bottle has been damaged and has allowed the bacteria into the water, it starts tasting awful. Therefore, the drink can be described as corked. Okay? Exactly, Kate. That is correct. So, therefore, if you hear some native speakers, maybe, or even someone that says, oh, it tastes corked. Yeah. So, therefore, unfortunately, unpleasant taste because some bacteria are already like inside. Yeah. Resulting to an awful taste. All right, good. Next, we have, of course, you know this, fizzy drinks. Yeah, fizzy drinks. So when we say fizzy drinks, it is a non-alcoholic flavored carbonated beverage, usually commercially prepared and sold in bottles or cans. Of course, you know, soda or pop or cold drink. They are normally called as like soda, pop, cold drinks, or in short, we better know them as Coca Cola, Pepsi, Mountain Dew, Fanta, Virgin Cola. Yeah. Okay. Now, I have a question before we move on, by the way. Sprite. Thank you, Kate. Can you tell me if you happen to know the difference between drinks and beverages? Sorry, I forgot to include this on my slide today, but this is something that I wanted to share with you because I understand. Okay, I keep on saying drinks and beverages, but when do you really need to use drinks or maybe beverage? Yeah. Okay. What do you think? Anyone? All right. Okay, let me tell you. Now, the word drink generally, generally, it is used in the sense of soft drink, cool drink. Yeah. Something like something like cold, something to refresh yourself. Yeah, you need to have a drink, for example. On the other hand, when we say beverage, it is used in the sense of brew or hot drink. So drink is for something like an idea of a cold drink, and beverage is for the idea of having a hot drink, something that you brew. Yeah. So this is the main difference between these two words. Sometimes the word drink is also used to indicate wine or any type of liquor. Okay. But the main difference, don't forget, is that drink, cold drinks, beverage, hot drinks. Good? We're good? Yes? Okay? All right. Don't forget about that. Drinks and beverages. Okay. Now let's move on. Our next topic. Sorry, next vocabulary, flat. Flat. Okay. So of course it's not really like the flat tire, for instance. And when we say flat, a flat drink is the one that has lost its bubbles of gas, therefore it tastes bad. Okay, so a flat drink talks about some kind of most of the time non-alcoholic flavored carbonated beverage. Yeah, when they lost already all the bubbles, okay, all the gas evaporated already, so the taste is not that as awesome as it's supposed to be. Okay, so if you don't put the top back on that bottle of beer, it will go flat. Yeah. Like they're going to say it will lose its flavor. Yes. Good. Okay. Next, let's move on. All right. Another vocabulary I can show you, I can share with you, full bodied. Okay. I have a little idea about this topic because I also took up 2 years of some kind of connected with hotel and restaurant services. Yeah. So, but to be honest with you, I also have limited knowledge about this. So this is what I know, and I would like to share it with you. Full bodied, the drink that has a rich, strong flavor and taste great. Yeah, I love this full bodied white wine. Yes. So if let's say most of the time, a bottle of alcohol, it can be wine or brandy or rum or whiskey or anything that is actually, let's say most of the time, not opened yet. And then it's actually there maybe for many years. For instance, they say that this drink is actually rich and strong and tastes great, full bodied. Good? We're good? Anyone? Hey, we've got 29 people. Can you follow me? Victoria, Rafał, Gosha, Magda? Yes. Okay. Very nice. Thank you, Lena. Good. Because no one is reacting on the chat. So thank you. Okay. Let's move on. All right. Next. One more time. Thank you. Tomebro. Yeah. Or maybe Tom. Okay. Anyway. Yes. Thank you, Kate. Let's move on. Stiff. Stiff. It's not about having a stiff neck. Ah, Tomek. Thank you. It's not about having a stiff neck anyway. All right. So when you say stiff, this is another vocabulary you can use. A stiff drink contains a lot of alcohol and generally is stronger in taste. I know that some of you there are actually aware when a specific liquor has many alcohol content. Yeah, it can really make you sober. Okay, let's say immediately, or maybe even less consume. So, for instance, we say a drink is stiff when it has a lot of alcohol and stronger in taste. Good. All right. This cocktail is so stiff. Yeah. We know that cocktail is a combination of non-alcoholic and alcoholic drinks. So if there's like a lot of alcohol on it, then it is a stiff, right? Okay. Next. Mm. Another vocabulary I wanted to share with you, okay, to describe the drink that you have, intoxicating. Intoxicating. A drink that has too much of alcohol and is capable of making you drunk. Okay. You see the difference between a stiff and intoxicating. With stiff, it cannot, maybe it is stronger. The alcohol is stronger, but it doesn't really mean that you can really get drunk that much. But when we say intoxicating, yes, it has too much alcohol content on it and can make you drunk. This Long Island iced tea is so intoxicating. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Yeah, there you go. Yes. Right. When was the last time you had an alcohol? Except for magic right now. Yeah. Oh, it's been long for me. How about you guys? Yeah. How about you? When was the last time you had an alcohol? No, really, Alan? Unless you're a child or maybe still young. Yeah? How about the others? I know for sure you had it. Yes? Sunday. Okay. Okay. All right, Alan. Thank you. Really, Emma? Okay. All right. Well, it's so nice to somehow experience the taste so that you would understand when people talk about it, you would understand how it is, when you have that. Okay. Okay, Kate. So we've got young people here. Really? Okay. Not so often. Yes, stomach. Yeah, of course. Only when there's occasion. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, moving on. I've got another one for you. Thank you, Gosha. Yesterday. Today you're celebrating husband's birthday. So this evening, yes, Anna, it'll be this evening. You'll have drinks this evening. Remember, don't forget when you have your lesson, when you will have your lesson here on Tutlo or with your tutor, let's say for instance, and you would like to explain about the celebration, for example, with Anna, with your husband's birthday, either it's a drink or a beverage. Remember, hot and cold. Good? Okay. Next, let's move on. Refreshing. Okay, Lena. Me too. I'm young at heart. Refreshing. The drink that refreshes you because of the fruity or tropical flavor. A refreshing drink is usually sweet, tart, and cold. By the way, with the word refreshing, okay, I understand that maybe, I think, only in my opinion, some men, they may find alcoholic drinks refreshing for them, maybe because not because of its fruity flavor, but rather because it is cold and refreshing. Yeah, something like it's refreshing that refreshes them. So anyway, but in English, really, when we say refreshing, it's supposed to be talking about, okay, it's supposed to be talking about a fruity flavor of a cold drink. Okay. So example, this summer, I want to learn to make some refreshing summer coolers. Yeah. Okay, good. Next, I have another one for you. Of course, we know coffee. So therefore, I have this word for you, caffeinated. Caffeinated. A caffeinated drink or caffeinated beverage, yes, because we know that there can be hot coffee and cold coffee. That is why we have a caffeinated drink and we have a caffeinated beverage. Is a drink which contains caffeine, a stimulant which is legal and popular in most developed country, and the most common naturally caffeinated beverage are coffee and tea. We call it beverage, coffee and tea, because usually and originally it's supposed to be hot. Okay. But as time goes by, people are very, let me say, inventive and creative. That's why they also turn coffee and tea into a cold drink. Yes, Kate. Example, the energy drinks available in the market these days are caffeinated. Okay. All right then. Again, it contains caffeine. It is a stimulant and it can also helps something with your digestion, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And there are many different ways to say drink. Drink in this case, not as a cold drink, but the verb drink. Yeah. We have this different ways in English. Okay. Some of them are in slang, by the way. If you happen to speak with someone, let's say, for instance, an English speaker using a different word instead of a drink as a verb. So we have quench your thirst. Okay. Perhaps I'm not so sure how's the commercial or advertisement of Sprite in your country, but they actually have this tagline, quench your thirst. They use quench your thirst. There is really nothing more satisfying than quenching your thirst in a hot summer, for example, trying to actually drink liquid down, yeah, on you, right? So, for example, if you want to see someone really, let's say, with a beer, for example, you can actually, yeah, let's quench your thirst with a beer. The same, quench your thirst, the tagline of Sprite. Okay, so it's worldwide. Okay. Next, down. Okay, when we say down, mm, if you down a drink, if you down a drink, it means you must be very thirsty. It means that you drink hastily. You drink hastily, okay, and gulping the liquid down. Like you drink a lot in one, you know, probably in one cup, for instance, large glass, maybe you drink it only in few milliseconds. If you're really thirsty indeed, that's down. Got me? Okay. Sip. When we say sip, number three, um, this is the opposite of down. Like babies. Yeah. You're gonna sip a drink. You take very small mouthful of drink and you try to take it slowly, like a baby. That's a sip. All right. You're just gonna try to taste it, for instance. Now, gulp, it is, yeah, like that, like just what I did. Like, yeah, you when you down a drink and you're very likely to gulp it down. It's also kind of similar with down and gulp. Okay. And then chug, chug. This is slang anyway. This is another word. It's an American slang actually. So um, I don't know if you are familiar with a kind of a country song in United States that is chug 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 chug. It's about a beer, actually, a kind of a drink, a beverage, sorry. No, no, a drink, a beer. And then there's this people singing chug 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 in a bar like that. And then people are encouraging others to drink alcohol down quickly. So if you now it's October and maybe you are familiar with October Fest. Yeah. When there's Oktoberfest, drinking like a lot of beer and there's some kind of contest, and people are like competing to drink the beer very quickly, and the people are gonna chant chug chug chug. That's it. That's where it is originated. Yes, magic. Yeah, that's where it originated. The chug. And the last one would be swig. Okay. Um, when we say swig, it is similar to sip, actually. Sip is actually like this is American English and then swig is like the British English when you're gonna take a small amount of, you know, drink. You're gonna just try it, for instance. Yeah. Swig it. That's it. All right. So these are other verbs that you can use to say drink. All right. Now, time for our exercise. Okay. The time is running. Okay, let's move on. Can you please fill in the blank for me? I intend to be sober today, so I will skip this beverage. How do you think? Yeah. Oops. I intend to be sober today. Yes, very good. Oops. It's okay. All right. It's alcoholic. It's alcoholic. All right. Okay, let's move on. Another one. Another one. All right, one more time. My sister really enjoys carbonated flavored drinks. So I'm talking about, okay, very good. Fizzy drinks. Okay, very good. Next, one more time. Fizzy. Next, Rika always choose a rich, strong flavor, great taste wine. Okay, this one is easy. You know this. Exactly. Thank you, Magda. Yes, Magic. Anna. Full, strong flavor. Okay, full bodied. And usually we say it with wine. Okay, next. One more time. I really don't want to drink Long Island as it has too much alcohol and can make me drunk. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, Oleg. That's very fast. Yes, Alan, Anna, Agnieszka. Very good. Intoxicating. Last on my list today. The energy drinks available in the market these days are, well, okay, I can see here there's some question. Ah, okay. All right then. Yep. Yes, caffeinated. Very good. Yes, that's right. Very nice. Okay, thank you. All correct answers. Caffeinated. Very nice. And that is my presentation for you tonight about drinks and beverages. But of course, I have this saying before I go today: drink because you are happy, but never because you are miserable. Don't forget that. Okay. All right. So thank you so much. I hope you find the webinar useful today and that you will participate. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about grammar, predeterminers. Okay. Tomorrow would be grammar. So I hope that you'll be there. I'm going to try my best to explain briefly these predeterminers and give you another set of exercise. So thank you so much. I'll see you around. And of course, have a good evening, everyone. Okay. Now, here's the problem. I need to end. Okay, there. Goodbye. Yeah.